But you got to choose your heart ultimately, because it's going to be hard one way or the other. It's either going to be hard and you're succeeding because you're taking the right decisions, you're doing the right things, or it's going to be hard because you didn't make the right decisions and you didn't do the right things, and now you have to deal with the consequences of your actions. Yo, what is good with y'all, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Brian. I am back with another video. You seen the boy done got the haircut. You see it. Some slice. But we ain't gonna get too much into that. Today's video, I want to talk about why self-discipline is so hard and why you may find it hard to stay consistent and stay disciplined in the things that you have going on in your life. I think the biggest reason why self-discipline is so hard is because we grow up as children having our parents around basically telling us to do all the things that we needed to do. Like our moms used to come in and, oh, get up, go do this, go to school, go take out the trash, go wash the dishes, go all that. You had somebody behind you that stayed on you about the things that you needed to do, and that's why you ultimately got them done. But as adults, we move away from that, right? Our parents start to ease up off of us. They kind of let us do what we want to do. And what that means is now that it's up to us as adults now to be able to take care of ourselves, to be able to be our own parent in a way. We have to pretty much be the person that tells us now, hey man, it's time to go. It's time to get up. It's time to get active. It's time to, you know what I'm saying, get on the grind, do the things that you need to do today, right? But I think that, you know, the most important thing you have to remember about being self-disciplined is that it comes with a reward. You're honestly going to face two different pains in life, right? Life is painful. We got to come to that conclusion, guys. Life is hard. We're going to experience suffering. We're going to experience trials and tribulations no matter which path we go down. Whether you go down the path of trying to be like everybody else, you go down the path of, you know, trying to stand out, trying to, you know what I'm saying, be different. And you're going to stand out. People are going to see you and be like something is different about you. Some people may even try to point the finger at you and be like something's wrong with you. Some people will think that something is wrong with you simply because you want to improve your life, that you want to get better, and that you want to change things about yourself. And it's crazy that we live in a world and ultimately a time like that. It just goes to show you how, you know, the world really moves right now. But you got to remember that it comes with benefits, right? All these things you benefit, you gain something from it. You may not see it tomorrow, you might not see it a week from now, but you're gonna see it eventually, right? Think about the gym. You ain't gonna get a six-pack tomorrow, probably not even the week after that, but if you keep going and you keep showing up and you keep putting in the work, eventually you gonna see the results of your work, right? So what does that mean ultimately? That means that you just got to focus on the process, focus on staying consistent. You got to remember that the biggest thing about discipline is doing it when you don't want to do it. That's going to be the real deal breaker between a lot of the things that you end up doing and the things that you end up not doing. Is do you do it on the days that you don't want to, or do you not? Like me personally, I don't think anybody's ever said, oh, I wish I was less disciplined. I wish I had less self-control. You know what I'm saying? I wish I was less consistent, right? But we see a lot of people say the opposite of that. So you got to think, when you're dealing with discipline, you always have to think about one thing, and that's how am I going to feel later? Is skipping the gym gonna benefit you now because you get to chill, you get to relax, or is it going to benefit you later when you're looking at yourself in the mirror and you're like, oh, you checking out your muscles and you know what I'm saying, you're trying to see if you're getting swole and whatnot, you feel what I'm saying? So you gotta think about that for real. And you gotta understand that it's going to be worth it. It's going to come in time. Be patient with yourself. Understand that it's okay to struggle with it. It's okay to have issues, and it's okay to, you know, stumble and to, you know, slip sometimes. You know, even the Bible says that even the wise man falls 7 times. You know what I'm saying? Like we all mess up. None of us are perfect. It's about, are you willing to get back up? How willing are you to stay on the road that you're on right now? I feel that the biggest thing that you have to remember about self-discipline is that you're always going to feel better about yourself in the end. No matter what, you're always going to think about yourself in a higher form. You're just going to go to sleep at night with a better idea and a better self-image because you know I did everything that I needed to do today. It was hard. I had to really push myself. Some days you're gonna have to really push yourself, and that's okay. But no matter what, you get the job done. And every day that you get the job done, I promise you're just gonna keep accumulating your confidence, your self-image, your self-esteem, all that stuff is just gonna keep growing and growing and growing, and you're gonna believe in yourself a whole lot more. So I gotta give y'all a Bible verse. Y'all know I gotta come with it. And this verse is going to come from Hebrews 12:5-11. And it basically talks about why God disciplines his children and what we ultimately gain from it. So it starts off and it says, "My son, do not make light of the Lord's discipline, and do not lose heart when he rebukes you, because the Lord disciplines the one he loves, and he chastens everyone he accepts as his son." Endure hardship as discipline. God is treating you as his children. For what children are not disciplined by their father? If you are not disciplined, and everyone undergoes discipline, then you are not legitimate, not true sons and daughters at all. Moreover, we have all had human fathers who disciplined us, and we respected them for it. How much more should we submit to the Father of spirits and live? They disciplined us for a little while as they thought best, but God disciplines us for our good, in order that we may share in his holiness. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. So it clearly says that no discipline seems pleasant at the time. However, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Whatever you're doing, right? It could be a job, it could be exercising, it could be just working on yourself, right? It's not going to be pleasant at the time, right? Being on self-improvement, being on semen retention, whatever you're doing, changing anything about yourself that you've been doing, whether it be a habit, a routine, whatever it is, it's going to be hard. It's going to come with ups and downs. It's going to ultimately come with difficulties. But when you experience these difficulties, be happy. Understand that those difficulties, you wouldn't be facing them if you weren't changing. When you see those battles and you see those temptations and you see those obstacles come around, know that something is changing and that you are on the right path to improving yourself and becoming a higher version of yourself. But you got to choose your heart ultimately, because it's going to be hard one way or the other. It's either going to be hard and you're succeeding because you're taking the right decisions, you're doing the right things, or it's going to be hard because you didn't make the right decisions and you didn't do the right things, and now you have to deal with the consequences of your actions, right? So always remember that your actions have consequences, and with every decision that you have to make in your life throughout every day, always keep that mindset, because it's going to affect you in your future. We are at the age now, if you are, I'm pretty sure you're not a day under 18. If you are, shout out to you, but I'm pretty sure everybody that watches me is grown. You know that every single decision that we make at this point of our lives has an effect on our future, whether it be big or small, but it affects every single thing and every single decision that we make in our lives. I encourage you that you may feel that skipping, a certain part of your routine or a certain part of your day might be a little bit more convenient for you, and you might feel the need to, you might feel the urge to be a little less disciplined and, to kind of slack off. But you got to think, how bad is that going to affect you in the future, and do that with every single decision that you make in your life. But that's just going to be it for me. I just wanted to check in with you guys, give you guys a little bit of a message, give you guys a little bit of inspiration, and let you know that, again, you're not alone, right? There are a lot of us who struggle with being consistent. There are a lot of us who struggle with being self-disciplined, and it's okay to open up about it. It's okay to be real. Again, none of us are perfect, and I feel that we should be more open with each other about what's going on so that we can help each other, because ultimately, iron sharpens iron. So if we're on this journey, we need to be connected with each other. We need to stay in tune with each other. And if you want to do that, man, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Go ahead and hit that like button. Most importantly, if you made it all the way throughout this video, I really appreciate all the love and support that you guys give me. It's definitely the reason why I am still going to this point, and I appreciate it. If you guys have any other questions for me or any ideas for videos that you may want me to cover, make sure to comment it down below. I love y'all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.